Hey, if you have tennis elbow, then there's very high likelihood that you've overworked these muscles right here, the extensors of the forearm that bring your hand backwards like this. So how do you fix tennis elbow? Well, I'm gonna show you two different movements that you can use to strengthen the muscles around the forearm on the opposite side of the forearm so that you can get rid of your tennis elbow, all right? So I'm gonna show you one that's gonna be focused on the rotational strength of your wrist and another one that's focused on your actual hand. So let's talk about the rotational strength first. So if we look at the bone structure of the human body in the hand right here, what happens is all the muscles that come from here and cross over to the elbow joint, they're designed to rotate the wrist inward like this while these two bones cross over, and then externally rotate the hand out like this. So when we strengthen these muscles, we strengthen all the muscles around the forearm that support the rotation, okay? So the first movement that I want you to focus on is strengthening the external and internal rotation of the forearm. To do this, what you do is you make a fist with your hand that you want to exercise. So this is the arm we want to exercise. Then you grab the hand with the other side, okay? And what we're going to do is this. I'm going to rotate my palm towards the sky while giving resistance with this hand. So I'm going to try to give resistance as I rotate my palm toward the sky, rotate, 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 slowly and controlled, and then we come back to the start position without resistance, okay? So we're just rotating with resistance, slowly, and then coming back to the start position. And we're gonna repeat this until we get a nice pump in our forearm. You're gonna probably feel this kind of coming from here all the way across the forearm into the other side, okay? Now, after we've felt the pump in the forearm doing this external rotation, let's do the internal rotation. So this time, instead of having our palm towards the ground, we're gonna put our palm towards the sky. We're again gonna grab on to the fist like this, and this time I'm gonna try to rotate my hand down, and I'm gonna try to give it resistance this way. So I'm gonna give it resistance, 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 and then come back to the start position. Repeat the process again until we get a nice pump in the forearms. This one you're gonna feel less on this side of your forearms and more on this side of your forearms as you do it. This one's also gonna be a bit stronger, so it might take a few more repetitions or a little bit more time. So if you practice this move, let's call it 3 days a week at least, you're gonna strengthen that internal, external rotation of the forearms, which is gonna support the elbow and make it feel really great. Now, the next thing we wanna do is this. We wanna strengthen the muscles on the insides of the wrist because again, the tennis elbow is, overuse of these muscles on the outsides of the forearm. So how do we strengthen the insides of the wrist? Well, one of my favorite ways to do it is simply work on increasing our grip strength. So you can take a towel, a t-shirt, anything, wad it up into a nice big ball, and what you're gonna do is this. Grab onto that t-shirt or that towel, get all your fingers around it, should be nice wide grip, and then what you're gonna do is this. Squeeze everything, squeeze it tight, think about squeezing your arm all the way through your lat, just grip as tight as you can, count to 10 seconds, and then relax for a second. Whew. Now again, squeeze as hard as you can, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want that white knuckle fist while you're squeezing it, and then go ahead and relax, okay? And then you're gonna do that one more time, squeezing for 10 seconds as hard as you can, really gripping as much as you can, trying to make this towel, this t-shirt, whatever you're holding as small as possible, and then you're going to relax. So 3 sets of 10 seconds, squeezing as tight as possible. Now add this to the mix. So 3 days a week, doing the external rotation until you get a pump in the forearm, internal rotation until you get a pump in the forearm, and then 3 sets of 10-second squeeze, and make sure you do both sides. Now this whole routine should only take you a few minutes to do, but it's gonna strengthen your forearms, it's gonna support your elbows significantly more, and it's gonna make your body feel so much better. So give them a shot, okay?